And now I'm recording, and just for kicks, I'll show you a little bit within iTunes. Earlier we were talking about how you can subscribe to podcasts. If you're in iTunes and you go to the iTunes store, one of the sections that you can search under is podcasts. And when I'm in the podcast section, there are a number of different podcasts I could take a look at. There's, let's say I want to train for a marathon. Okay, here are a number of episodes that already exist for this that I could just click on, download, and play. Or I can subscribe to this podcast. And once I do that, it's essentially going to, based on my settings, download automatically. Generally, when I open up iTunes, like Mark was saying, if there's new episodes, it will download them. Okay? If I want now, I can go to, in my iTunes library, I can go to podcasts, and now I have my first podcast on marathon training that was just downloaded, so I could play it. This is on, I guess it might even not be fully downloaded yet, but it would play here. Earlier I downloaded this New York Times book review, so now when new ones come out I would get them.
Welcome to Inside the New York Times Book Review. I'm Sam Tannenhouse. This week, a conversation with the Times' own David Carr.
Apparently when you create an audio podcast, I think it's required that you have some kind of, like I said earlier, a little music to make it seem like a real radio show or something. So those are audio podcasts on iTunes, and on iTunes U. There are, gazillions of free audio and video podcasts, lessons. I think iTunes U, which is similar to podcasts, is all lectures and things from some of the top schools that they've made available for free. Okay, so again, just real quick, if you go to the iTunes store and go to podcasts, you can browse for and subscribe to these podcasts, and you can also, have it set up that when you sync your iTunes library to, let's say, your iPod, that it would bring those over with you. Okay, now, let's see here. I lost my... Uh-oh. I think I'm still recording, unless I closed that out. I must have stopped that. Oh, bummer. Okay, let me try that again. I'm not going to do the whole thing again. Oh, there. Is this the one I just did? Maybe. Let's see what we ended up with.
Oh, you were recording in prep time?
I was recording that, yeah. Now I'm recording, and just for kicks, I'll show you a little bit within iTunes. Earlier we were talking about how you can subscribe to podcasts. If you're in iTunes and you go to the iTunes store, one of the sections that you can search under is podcasts. And when I'm in the podcast section, there are a number of different podcasts I could take a look at. There's, let's say I want to train for a marathon. Not bad in terms of recording quality and such. I must have clicked on the stop without realizing towards the end there, because it looks like it got everything. But then what happens in Screencast-O-Matic is I have a few options. Uploading it to Screencast-O-Matic, or SOM, that's where it puts it up in with my other screencasts if I'm logged in. Okay? I could also upload it right to YouTube. What I prefer to do, another weird thing is, I don't know if it's our district network or something, or their site, whenever I try to upload right to YouTube in school, it never seems to connect correctly, but I've had better success if I export the movie. Okay, these are your options, and this is very similar to what Mark was saying before about some of the different formats. If you're going to want to send it up to YouTube, FLV, which is the Flash video format, is the way to go, and I would usually give a little note. This tutorial will show you how to subscribe to podcasts through iTunes. Okay, I could add that little note in there. And then I'm ready to to export that, okay? And I'll call it like, iTunes, okay? And like Mark said before too, a lot of times because of whatever it's doing, it takes a little while to compress the video. Once I do this, the way I did it, because I exported it, I'm saving it on my computer, okay? One of the nice things about that too is if I want to embed it in, or put it right in Moodle, I can do that. I tend to give kids the option, like sometimes I'll have it embedded in Moodle, but also give them the links to where they can find it online, whether it be YouTube or that Screencast-O-Matic channel, and those links are on, in my case, in Moodle as well, okay?
And when you're doing this, you find so much, especially in the last couple months, the Moodle's down, OnCourse is down, something's down. So always have your podcast in multiple locations for the kids to access, because all the time they're doing some sort of server work, and they don't realize it's middle of the night and the kid goes to download something. So always make sure that you tell, say to the kids, use this, if not this, then go to that. This way there's always access.
Yeah.
I have a couple questions.
Sure.